Back in 2014, during the peak of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, there was a large population of returning soldiers, sailors, Marines, processing out of the service, and very often they were deployed right up until the point that they got back home and were processed out, and they went from having all their services, like a place to live, food, paycheck, healthcare, etc., to nothing. The Next Stop Fly-In program is a 2 to 3 day event that we craft specifically for a location that brings a certain targeted number of transitioning military, veterans, and spouses to a geography with partnership, again, typically from an economic development agency or some sort of a local partner that brings employers in and essentially paints a picture of that geography, from education to quality of life to employment opportunities, and allows those candidates to take off their military uniform for a couple of days and clear their head and network and learn and figure out if this is the right place for them.
Think about it. I get a chance to walk the streets at night, breathe the Huntsville air at night with my spouse, while we're talking about the conversation I had earlier in the day with the Boeing and the Lockheed and the industry. And we get a chance to have dinner and meet the mayor. You think about when that veteran goes back home and they think about this experience, it's a no-brainer. Next Stop is focused and intentional. So the candidates that we have here are candidates that, one, look for cities and towns like Huntsville. Two, meet the demand signal you're putting out, which is we want great talent. So we believe when we harmonize that language through something like a fly-in, it's a win. But that's what makes a fly-in so unique.
And so we did that in May of last year, and we had 12 candidates come in for 2 days, and universally, at the end of it, 11 of the 12 said they wanted to move to Huntsville. So one of the great benefits of working with Next Stop for an employer is the opportunity to really look at removing any barriers they might have to attracting military talent up front, to leverage any investments they've made in, say, a veteran resource group or something like that, and then get a relationship that centers around their specific needs.
A lot of industry and really the HR organizations don't exactly know how to take the intangible skills that you gain in the military and translate that into some of the potential positions that they may have. I kind of look at it almost like an NFL team on draft day. I may not be hiring that specific position, but I'm hiring for talent, I'm hiring for character, I'm hiring for those intangibles that you get in the military that you don't get anywhere else. And I think Next Stops provides an opportunity to help them see that and also educate employers to how they could take advantage of, somebody coming out of the service.
By coming to a program like Next Stop, they get connected immediately with a coach, an employment coordinator, one-on-one time together, on average about 8 hours per candidate, and that removes a lot of the, I think, barriers, because now that candidate looks more like what a civilian employer is actually thinking that they want.
This is one of the only organizations I'm aware of that actually flies people into where the companies are. Most organizations that are partnered with military transition are in the area already.
Every morning, our team wakes up with the opportunity to change someone's life. And I often joke and say that I would do this for free because our mission is one that's very impactful. We're gonna do this in Huntsville, we're gonna do this in Tennessee, we're gonna do this in name your state. So I'm blessed to be a part of that. And again, we're changing lives every day with the work we do.